The play, Drunken City, is about three young women on a young women on a bachelorette party, as the Americans would call it. The play set in America, in a generic city, much like New York City, although they never quite name it that, but it's very much so. And the writer, Adam Bock, is a Canadian writer who's lived most of his life in New York. He writes with a fluidity. There's a sense of people saying exactly what they think without any filters. So some of those speeches are incredible because there's absolutely no punctuation, and for the actor, it's a challenge to try and keep the thought going while just letting your mouth go on, go on at a pace. The play, I suppose, mostly deals with how the world makes us fit into a mold. So the lead character Marnie, who the girl whose bachelorette party it is on on this night out, and on this night out she discovers that actually her life is a bit of a lie. She's living her life for everyone else and for doing things that's expected of her. And this night she meets somebody else, and that explosion, I suppose, detonates something in her, and she ends up having to rethink her decisions and comes to the conclusion that she will not get married to the guy she's betrothed to as such, or engaged to.
A bunch of drunken women on their hen night is the kind of thing that most people would actually run a mile from. So just tell us why we would actually want to come and see that.
I suppose what the things that you run away from are the things that confront you with the truth. And most of us live a life of a certain amount of duplicity. I guess society organizes us in such a way that we have to follow certain paths. And a group of drunken people, be it male or female, they live according to a certain code, and we recognize that code in ourselves. And when we're not drunk, it's easy for me to walk away from it. And I'll speak personally. I often, walk across the road when I see a group of young men or women coming at me in that state of inebriation. But what it does is it makes me recognize something about myself, and the play then sets up that premise, but then it gets into these people, and suddenly they're not a group of people, but they become individuals, and we get to know them. What I love to think is that at the end of the play, we as an audience come out going, okay, I have definitely done that, and I totally understand what these people are on about, even though, yes, I would run a mile if I saw them coming down the street.